Pro Football Focus has named the best 3 players on every NFL roster. Boy, the Cowboys had an interesting trio announced. Guard Zach Martin, linebacker Micah Parsons, and tackle Tyron Smith were the 3 players selected. No Dak, no Zeke. Shannon, what does it tell you that neither Prescott or Elliott made the top 3 here?
And no CD. I mean, Jerry said he got upgraded. No question. He's the number 1. And he's not even one of your top 3 players.
Well, he will be in one more year.
Yeah, one more year. Yeah. Okay. Skip, is true. They're not the strength of the team. Just because you're the quarterback, and I'm glad they did it like this. They said best players. They didn't say most valuable player. They said best players. And I've been trying to get Skip Bayless to see this light for 6 years. I've been trying to get him to see this light. And he finally sees it because they said the 3 best players are Micah Parsons, Zach Martin, and Tyron Smith.
Actually,
not the most.
Zach first, and then Micah. But go ahead.
I don't know. Yeah, I can see that. I can see that. I mean, I wouldn't argue. I mean,
Zach is a first ballot, right?
Slam dunk.
Okay.
Slam dunk.
Yep.
Skip, Dak is a middle of the pack starting quarterback. You can, you can go 8 quarterbacks without even blinking before you get to Dak. Obviously, the younger Skip, every quarterback in the AFC West is better than Dak. Russell, Justin Herbert. I would take Derek Carr, and I'm going to take my homeboy. And then you go Brady, Rodgers. You go Stafford, Lamar Jackson, Kyler Murray. Hell, honestly, Skip, in all honesty, I believe Kirk Cousins is better than Dak Prescott. I could be the only one. I ain't even mentioned Josh Allen or Joe Burrow yet.
I was with you until you got to Kirk Cousins.
Oh, Kirk Cousins. You know Kirk Cousins.
That's wrong. We own him.
you know.
Dak owns him. We own him. Anybody.
And Skip.
Cooper Rush owns him.
Whatever.
Cooper Rush beat him.
Whatever. And Skip, I know you love Zeke, but he's not the same anymore, Skip. I'm not sure Zeke's a top 10 back anymore. And the trend is him going downward each year. It started here, and then here, and then here, and then here, and then here. And the one thing that we know about running backs, and Zeke has 1,700 carries on those legs, including playoffs, is that once they get to start going here, they don't go back here. So I'm not surprised that Zeke and Dak aren't the top 3 players or what people believe are the top 3 players. Dak is more important than all 3 guys mentioned. But he's not a better player. So you can have more value and not be a better player. And I've been trying to get you to see that for the longest.
I didn't even want to go there. I don't even care about that. And you have not convinced me. I've not seen the light on that.
Okay, but
I will tell you, when the reality of this hit me last night, it was devastating because I started thinking, wait a second. I don't care about most valuable best, whatever it is, just whatever it is. I'm seeing 3 players ranked above my quarterback and my running back. Yeah. And it's just flat out wrong. But it's right.
Okay,
it's wrong. Okay, but it's wrong because any contending team, any team worth a penny, a team where you say that team's got a chance to be somebody, to be something,
and your quarterback's not one of your 3 best players,
then it's just wrong. I'm just telling you, it's a bad sign because, to your point, would Brady be in the top 3? Yeah, I think so. And Mahomes and Aaron Rodgers and Josh Allen and Matthew Stafford and Russell Wilson and all those guys you named, they're all going to be. If not 1, they're going to be 2. Or they're
going to be top 3 for sure.
Definitely going to be in the top 3 because they just are. No matter how you define it, whether it's value or best or whatever, blah, 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 they're just in the top 3. Now, I give you this. I tried to then see the glasses half full, and I thought, well, Zach Martin, slam dunk, first ballot Hall of Famer.
I believe Tyron Smith will go to the...
I'm pretty sure he's going to be a Hall of Famer. So Micah Parsons, I've already said, he's on a Hall of Fame arc. I got to knock on wood because he's got to stay healthy. He's got to stay right mentally and all those good things. But I believe in him, and I believe someday, a long way down the road, he'll be in the Hall of Fame. So you got me because I do not think Dak Prescott's going to be in the Hall of Fame, and I definitely don't think Zeke's going to be in the Hall of Fame.
Right.
So I'll start with Zeke. I mean, I just can't get around the fact, to use LeBron's favorite word, he's washed. He's just washed. He hit the running back wall because I thought he had a burst to start the year last year. He had a flash. He had some electricity for about 5 games.
Right.
And now they're trying to sell me that he had a PCL sprain or tear or something. I don't know what it is. He just looks washed to me. He just doesn't look nearly what he was in his first 3 years.
Right.
Because he was an unholy terror in those first 3 years. And obviously, if you go back to the Ohio State, I'd never seen anything like that.
Right.
Especially his second to last year when they just tore up the world, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
from that last game and that playoff game.
Well, the Big Ten.
The Big Championship.
Well, he was going for 200s every time.
Every time.
He was just flat out unstoppable. I'd never seen anything quite like it. So I was happy to have him, but he had about a 3-year shelf life, and then Jerry way overpaid him, and next year he will make the most money of any running back in pro football.
Right.
And I think Pro Football Focus ranked him last year 41st. Well, okay, 41st. Which brings me back to my quarterback. How can you not be top 3 on a team when you made $75 million last year? That's on Jerry.
Well, Skip, the highest paid, he's got to be in the top 3 as best players. Or what have we done? If your highest paid player is not one of the top 3 best players on your team, what the hell did you just do?
You overpaid him.
And Skip, in actuality, there's no way around it. He's not. He's not better he's not better than the guys that they mentioned. He's just not.
Yeah, somebody in the Hall of Fame across from me campaigned day after day.
Yeah,
pay the man, Jerry.
Get that man in money.
And what you were actually saying was overpay the man, Jerry, because you hate you.
Well, stop being cheap. Right? You should have paid him a lot earlier.
Maybe so. But I think Jerry was thinking what we're thinking right now. He ain't that good.
Well,
I mean, I got to pay him because I don't have a better option, but you could have just cut bait and just started over.
But here's the thing, Skip. If you pay him early, do you feel it's bad if you're paying him $30 million a year as opposed to you paying him $40 million a year now? You wouldn't feel so bad because you're like, man, $30 million, that's the going rate for him. Yep. But when you pay him that, he's in that $40 million club, Skip.
He is.
And he's not one of the 3 best players on his own team? I'm not saying, Skip, I'm not saying in the whole league.
It's just bad business.
Yes.
It's just bad sign upon bad sign. And look, I get accused sometimes by you of loving too hard when it comes to players and teams. But I have tried hard to love number 4 for my Dallas Cowboys. And after a while, I say what I see and what I don't see, and I don't see that much from him. And I'm going to say it again. Down the stretch last year, starting against your Broncos, and then at Kansas City, and then Las Vegas on Thanksgiving Day in that big stage game, and then Arizona at home, and then San Francisco in the playoff game at home. I can't even give him average. He was below average.
Well, Skip, you know what's happening now. You better get on the ball here. CeeDee Lamb contract coming up in a year or 2. Michael Parsons, whoo!
He's going to hit the line.
Yeah.
Yep.
Michael Parsons is going to get $35, $40 million a year by the time that contract, because Aaron Donald's about to get some money. TJ Watt's making $28 million a year. So in 3 years, 28 is going to be 33, 34, 35 million
agree.
For a defensive player.
And I think he'll be worth it, too.
Yeah. So you better help him get on the ball, Skip. You better get on the ball.
And yet, all I hear from Please Drop the Mike McCarthy is at the OTAs, he's singing the praises of Ezekiel Elliott by saying, hey, his GPS said that during the OTAs, he was running 22 miles an hour. We've never seen anything quite like that. Baloney. I don't want to hear OTAs running 22 miles.
Okay, put that GPS on and become game time, and let's see if he's running 22 miles an hour. Because that's when it matters. When guys are actually tackling out into the shorts and shoulder, that's nice. Hopefully the guys show up in shape and nobody gets dinged or nicked, anything like that. But, man, they need to stop trying to sell people OTAs and these involuntary minicamp. They're doing some good things out there. Man, stop.
Just stop it. Too often last year, he ran 22 miles an hour right into a brick wall. And he went right down for a 0-yard gain.
But that's a bad business. Even, I bet you Jalen Hurts top 3 on his team. Was Jalen Hurts top 3 in Philly? He got to be.
I didn't look, but I assume he would be. I would put him in their top 3, and I like them a lot, and we're going to talk about them a lot coming up.
A.J. Brown probably top A.J. Brown, and you got a new receiver. Y'all in trouble. Y'all in trouble in the big picture. Not in the little picture. Little picture is the division. Y'all not in trouble there. But big picture?
Yep.
Y'all in a heap of trouble.
Y'all are in a heap of trouble. I agree. Unfortunately.
Ain't no y'all, you.
All right,
you
guys.
in that y'all. Y'all.
Football season is just right around the corner, and I can't get here fast enough, right?
Yep.
Okay, back to the NBA Finals. Draymond Green and Kevin Durant continuing their back and forth on Twitter. Chris Broussard joins us next to choose sides.
No mercy, no mercy.